What's up, everybody? DJ Bucky here. Another installment of Perfect Pairings, focusing on the NFC East right now, Buck. And why don't you start us off? Picks 2 and 34, the New York Giants. Who do you like?
I like Bradley Chubb at number 2 for the New York Giants. And the reason I like Bradley Chubb is when you're picking 2, you need to get a transcendent star, a guy that can be a difference maker for a decade. And I think Bradley Chubb is that guy. The last time the New York Giants picked that high, they were able to get a guy named Lawrence Taylor. He ended up being a centerpiece.
He was okay
On a team that won 2 Super Bowls. I think with Bradley Chubb, you fortify your defensive line. You get an all-day sucker on the edge, a guy that loves to play and brings the energy and commitment that you want. I think he would be a perfect fit.
How about 34?
Oh, then I go to the other side because I can't believe you can't have enough big men up front. How about Braden Smith from Auburn being a nice interior blocker that you can lean on? This is a guy, look, you can't get Quentin Nelson at the top of the charts. You go and get a guy who is rugged, who's physical, does a great job in the run game, gives them an opportunity to control the point of attack against teams that have physical presences on the inside.
Yeah, big man league, big man draft there for the Giants. Let's get to the Redskins, 7-9 last year, 3rd place in the division. That 13th overall pick, speaking of big guys, I think they go with a big guy. Vita Vea from Washington, I think, would be a great fit for this defense. Not only can he hold the point of attack and dominate against the run, I think he's got a little more to offer as a pass rusher. He's got a little wiggle for such a big man. You see him dominating against Stanford here. I think he's a plug-and-play starter, will help that defense immensely. Then they get to pick number 44. Again, stay big. Go on the other side. Billy Price from Ohio State. Tore his pec, unfortunately, at the Combine, Buck, but he's outstanding on tape, can play all 3 interior line spots, and this Redskins group could use a little help in there.
They can use a little help. They also can use some more nastiness. This is a nasty player, tough, physical, does a great job of finishing his blocks. You put him beside Brandon Scherff. I now believe the Redskins have the ability to run the ball when they want to run the ball.
All right, get to the Cowboys here. Team coming off a 9-7 year second-place finish in the NFC.
So those other teams we talked about playing big boy football, well, with the Cowboys, we're going to work on the edges. We're going to try and see if we can get them a little more sizzle on the outside. At 19, how about Calvin Ridley, a guy that can be their number 1 receiver? There's a lot of commotion, a lot of conversation about Dez Bryant, whether he can be the number 1. Well, what I do know, Calvin Ridley could step in and handle those responsibilities. Outstanding route runner, big-time playmaker. You put him in, Dak Prescott immediately improves because he has a weapon that he can depend on. But I'm going to go beyond that in the second round. I'm going to double down in playmakers. How about Mike Gesicki from Penn State being the tight end that they could use? Jason Witten has had a nice career, but Jason Witten can't separate anymore. How about going and get a guy that can be a big-time playmaker, particularly in the red zone? This is a guy, former high school volleyball and basketball player, creates mismatches, does a great job of winning those 50-50 balls. You now have this guy, Gesicki, controlling the middle, Calvin Ridley controlling the outside. Dallas Cowboys look a lot better instantaneously.
Yeah, you had some firepower there for America's team there with the Cowboys. I like it. Ridley and Gesicki giving them a little more athleticism at the skill positions. Finally, we got the Philadelphia Eagles coming off the Super Bowl win, 13-3 in the regular season last year, won that NFC East. At pick 32, Buck, let's go stay at that tight end position. You talked about the Cowboys addressing that need. How about the Philadelphia Eagles going and getting HAYDEN HURST from South Carolina, who they can plug in and play opposite of Zach Ertz? I mean, I know they've made a move, bring in Richard Rodgers. He's a nice player they brought over from free agency on the cheap. But now you got a chance to really upgrade that second tight end spot. And Doug Peterson, he likes to mix and match his personnel groupings. HAYDEN HURST gives you some flexibility there to do just that. Now, their next pick, not till the 4th round. So they're missing a 2 and a 3. They're going to take Friday night off with the draft. Come back on Saturday. Grab a corner. How about Duke Dawson, somebody that can plug in the slot and start right away, be an impact player for them coming out of Florida. Just kind of a bulldog, feisty player. Patrick Robinson was great for them last year. He goes to the Saints. So adding another guy in the mix, you get Sidney Jones healthy. Now you've got some real depth at that cornerback spot.
No, it sounds great. They definitely need the depth. I like the versatility that you gave him with a big tight end early, then to come back and get a nickel corner, a guy that can play, who's tough and instinctive. Sounds like a team that already has it all. Gets more.
Yeah, get a little more there for him. That's going to do it here for the Perfect Pairings, the NFC East edition. Remember, for all of our videos, go to NFL.com/MTS videos. You can check it out there. And be sure to check out the podcast, NFL.com/podcast, as well as Apple Podcasts. I think you'll enjoy it.